Here's the beach. A number of old sailboats that are along the beach. The beach up close. There's also kayaking and swimming and wading options at the beach. Now there's also a dressing room area as well. So that gives you options to put on your bathing suit as well if you decide to swim in the beach. The restrooms are on the side, the right-hand side of the dressing room area. Now we're going to leave the village area and continuing going northbound on North San Pedro Road. Okay, we're exiting the village and continuing along North San Pedro Road, heading towards Nevada. North San Pedro Road is also a bike route as well, and we'll see some cyclists along the road as we continue along the road. Also for hikers as well. Another spectacular view of the San Pablo Bay. As you can see, the grilled area where you can grill foods, as well as that miniature rock area where those kayaks are at. Here's a little mini trail that you can use to get down closer amongst the trees where you can get great views of the bay. See, this area is kind of secluded just off of North San Pedro Road here, and so if you want a bit more privacy, you can certainly do that as well. That's what's special about these little hidden treasures off North San Pedro Road. Here's a little mini trail that probably will take you down to the beach as well. Okay, continuing along North San Pedro Road. Now here's another turnout, several turnouts where you can stop, take photographs of spectacular views of the San Pablo Bay. So this is what you're going to see when you park at the turnout. Just stunning views of the bay. Now there's also a little bench area just off the San Pablo Road here, where again you have more seclusion and you can absorb the views of the San Pablo Bay. There's a small beach area as well. Now to your left is going to be a ranger station campground as we approach another park. There is parking in the Bullhead Flat Park area, and there are restrooms also within the park area. Now here's a seating rest area where you can relax, have lunch, and observe spectacular views of the San Pablo Bay. Here's one of several fire pit grills where you can also grill food items. Here's a nice shower area where you can also wash your feet after you swim in the water. Heading toward the visitor center. The visitor center. Now just outside of the visitor center is the shoreline trail. As you can see, there's hiking distances for each of the other points of interest. The shoreline trail going northbound just alongside of North San Pedro Road. The shoreline trail going southbound as you're heading towards the China Camp Village, which we were just at, and as you're heading towards downtown Santa Fe. Continuing along North San Pedro Road. Another turnout along North San Pedro Road where you can stop, take photographs of the wonderful views of the bay. And this is what you're going to see. Great cycling options along North San Pedro Road. Now here's another miniature park area within China Camp State Park called Weber Point. As you can see, there's a few resting areas where absorb views of the bay. Continuing. Now here's yet another mini park area within Chinacamp State Park called Buckeye Point. And as you see, like all the other spots, there's resting areas where you can have lunch, there's a grill pit, and you get all the while absorbing spectacular views of the bay. And there's also restroom options. Now here's some information on where the tides come and go. The mini park ends with yet another spectacular view of the San Pablo Bay. Fire pit area for grilling. Bench area. And of course, parking options. Continuing along North San Pedro Road, going northbound. More great cycling options. How you doing? Here's another turnout area where you can absorb just one spectacular view after another. Motorcycle options. Hey! Along North San Pedro Road. Now here's another turnout area that's adjacent to a trailhead for more hiking within the mountains area. So let's check out the mountains, as you can see. The trailhead. Now here's the trailhead entrance to Miwok Meadows. The trail to Miwok Meadows. Here's another awesome view of the mountains. As you can see, cyclists going by. How you doing? Another spectacular view of the mountains. So this is what you're going to see when you turn off the side of the North San Pedro Road at one of the turnouts. Now, this area within Chinacamp State Park along North San Pedro Road, there seems to be more trail access as you head within the mountains and trees, as we seem to move a little bit further away from the water, like to where the beach is at, further as we were coming from the south end of North San Pedro. Now we're starting to see more trail access to where a lot of the mountains and the trees are at.